I am very conscious of the time. I'm going to move very quickly, and I think you will appreciate that. To those who were not able to attend Classroom 1, you have the pre-summit work in your notebook on the Civic Organization / Nonprofit Sector Group. I'm not going to reread that. There are 4 key points there that you can notice in your notes. We found in our work that in working with the small groups that faith leaders and civic organizations / nonprofits very close. So there was an overlap, but it was good dialogue, good information, and I'm going to try my best not to steal my partner's thunder. I'll let him take care of it, and I'm just going to try to deal with the particular area, and we still probably will travel on each other's turf there just a little bit. The one thing that I do want you to notice about the pre-summit work in our conference calls and all, that prior to really trying to just get the ball rolling on action steps, is that we felt it was very important that we address a conviction and a concern. And that's why you see that section in the notes, is that whatever we can do as far as action steps are concerned, it must flow out of a conviction and it must flow out of a concern. The conviction, the acknowledgement and conviction, drawing from both the faith community, the secular findings, that sexual addiction, this is a problem that exists within the church, the faith community, as well as outside. And then the concern for leadership, that in both the civic nonprofit groups, we must be committed to a life of integrity. Or else we're just sabotaging all of our efforts and our work with our constituents, parishioners, community leaders in this crucial battle that we find ourselves in versus pornography and a sexualized culture. So now let me deal with what came out of our 10:30 to noon work after we met in the first session through the small groups dealing with more ideas. And I want to say to everyone who participated in Classroom 1, they were great groups, and they came forth with just a lot of ideas. But here are some of the gleanings from what we call the big group that we feel like needs to be emphasized and needs to be implemented. No particular order. I'm going to go through them real quickly. First of all, we must have broad-based resources, including key websites that will include also talking points and applications. Our resources need to be multifaceted. Some suggestions would be like a bullet point page, facts, a DVD, an example, enough is enough, and even a website where we could access even more intense, longer articles such as we can find at convergencesummit.net. Our group discussed that we need a database of shared resources. One of the things that I noticed in our work today, that as I observed our groups working together, and that was just beautiful to see us working together, is that 2 thoughts came to me. Is that number one, we are going to accomplish a lot more together than we are trying to do it by ourselves. And then someone made the statement in this summit that the powerful church is the unified church. And that's what I saw today in our work, that I see a group from different streams, that we have a desire to work together in this battle of pornography, sexual addiction, and all the problems that we are facing at this time. I believe her name was Lisa Thompson. I hope I have this right. If not, Dave Brown is in trouble. But Lisa made a great point in our group from the Salvation Army of how that they are really good at linking community and faith groups. And an example, for pornography training, sex trafficking. And I just thought I'd pass that on because I think when it comes to the nonprofit group, civic group, we're going to have to be able to reach out into the community and offer this type of training and this type of support. Now, this particular bullet right here, it falls under civic, nonprofit, faith leaders, and that's where we discuss the need of a safe place for victims to deal with their addiction. A lot of accountability came out of our group, the need for accountability, and also the emphasis that it must start at the top. It must start with top leadership and flow down. Another bullet was marriage support and mentoring groups, and this, once again, for churches and community groups. I have a note here from the Assembly of God, how that they have a hotline, a number that you can call for help and with restoration. Here's a good bullet. Be sure we help and train the next generation. Who we're helping, those that we're going to help and train and equip, who are going to succeed us. Another bullet that surfaced was the need for our colleges, our seminaries, to have a specific training in dealing with pornography, human trafficking, things that we need to work toward. We heard from the young generation. We had a number of young men and women in our group, and I know this is a point that came from one of our younger men, that whatever we do as far as action steps or goals, they need to be, as much as possible, measurable. They need to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time limited. For community and nonprofit, the need to develop a linkage between law enforcement specialists that can deal with the subjects of porn, prostitution, trafficking, faith and community leaders being able to work together, seminars, workshops. These would be very helpful in working in this area. And then finally, and I'm finished, that whatever we do, because when we leave this summit, we have two options. We can leave and do nothing, or we can leave and go and make a difference. Whatever we do, let's continue to connect, let's continue to collaborate, and to confront where needed. God bless you. Thank you.